Hello, my friends. I quite enjoyed making my little video update the other day, so I'm doing another one, which I can also post in other places as a short and a reel and other stuff like that. Just to, I think I might do it a bit more often. Maybe do like a little reflective thing. It helps with my own mental health. It might help other people with your mental health. If you're struggling with your own mental health, I'm more than happy to talk to anyone out there who is struggling with theirs. I am actually a qualified mental health first aider, so I'm more than willing to help. Mental health is really important to me due to my own struggles with it. So, yeah, today is April 1st. Not for much longer, but it is April 1st. And today is the third anniversary of my podcast. It's also April Fool's Day. So I did my first actual anniversary special slash April Fool's Day episode. Because for my second anniversary and my for my second anniversary and my third my second anniversary last year I didn't have an episode ready, basically, and my first anniversary I didn't have an episode ready. But this year I did, and it's just a short one. It was because excuse me, sorry. I've also kind of combined it and made it an April Fool's Day gag as well. So I've done a little April Fool's Day gag, making it look like I was doing an episode on the Skibbity Toilet series. But they're not actually doing that, and I know at least one of my friends and regular listeners fell for it. Sorry, I've got the blue light reflecting because I've got blue light filters on these glasses, so they're reflecting my PC screen. Because I was going to say, my podcast, I kind of started doing a podcast. It's something I'd always kind of wanted to do, is to do a podcast talking about like nerd stuff, geek stuff. It's Garda Goes Geek for anyone who doesn't know, and it was mainly a way of me kicking around some ideas that I'd had in my head, and I also saw it as a way of going through my watch list. So all these lists of things that I've wanted to watch or wanted to catch up on, or sometimes wanted to read. You know, there's comics and novels in there as well that I've been wanting to read for years. And I thought this could be a good way of going through them all. So that was the plan. And like my first episode that went up was literally just me discussing like processing through some thoughts on how nerd culture is now kind of popular culture. Um and then not long after that, the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League came out. So then there was the whole discussion of like, should Warner Brothers restore the Snyderverse? So I kind of looked at that. Then I decided to do an episode on the MCU and how it kind of changed Hollywood filmmaking. And then I just kind of went from there. By the time I did the third episode, it was clear that this is a thing that I'd really wanted to do, and I had a lot of episodes that I could think of, a lot of ideas that I could think of, and I thought, well, I'll just do it then. So that's what I did, and in my first year, I released 22 episodes. And I actually divided them up into seasons, unexpectedly, really, because I basically took I had a bit of a mental health breakdown. It was 2021, obviously, when I put the first episodes up. I had a mental health breakdown in 2021, which is why I keep mentioning mental health in my podcast. Like every one of my sign-offs, I say to people, look after your mental health, because it's important to me. And yeah, I had a mental health breakdown after I'd released my fifth episode. And so when I came back, I decided to start fresh and do like a season two, and did like at this point I was seeing a counselor and some other things like that, undergoing cognitive behavior therapy, and he was talking about, the person I was speaking to was saying about finding things to give yourself structure, to give yourself things you enjoy. And so I decided the podcast would be mine, and I recorded an episode roughly every 2 weeks. I then did like 11 episodes leading up to the end of the year. And then as we got into the new year, so January 2022, I decided to relaunch and do a third season. So yeah, 22 episodes across 3 seasons. So yeah, that was quite good. The second year, I carried on season 3. I did for April. I was trying to do it for around my birthday, because my birthday is also this week. Like not just this month, this week. And so I tried to do for my birthday an episode on Thunderbirds. The old puppet animated series. Puppetmation series. Because I love that. And I thought, let's do a Thunderbirds episode. So I did that. It actually came out towards May. And, there's a bit of a delay. Because, again, mental health got on top of me, things like that. So, and I think I changed jobs at that point in 2022. I started looking for new jobs, new work. So, yeah, there was a lot of personal upheaval and changes. And yeah, but I did a few more episodes of season 3, finished that at 10 episodes with a couple of little bonus episodes in there. Then I started doing season 4. With season 4, I did some episodes on some current geek news. So I did an episode on the new DC Cinematic Universe when that got announced. I did an episode on... I started doing some reviews. So I did a review of Ant-Man and the Wasp, like just as a single standalone review. I did some quick fire, like best of 2022 reviews, looking at some things that had come out in 2022 that I hadn't discussed anywhere else. So things like Peacemaker, Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, things like that. Everything Everywhere All at Once was on there as well. And then for my third year, I did some more reviews, ended up publishing my 50th episode as part of season 5. Lots more reviews. I did a Christmas special. I did some more Halloween specials. Halloween specials was something I started in 2022. But yeah, did some... Well, tried to do some again last year, but the Writers Guild and Film Actors Guild strikes made me not want to talk about a lot of films and television, because it didn't really feel right when people were striking them that I'm then talking about them and publicising them. So once the strike ended, I've been releasing some of the episodes that I had planned. And there's some that I'm still haven't released yet that I was already working on during the strike, because my job's changed again. I had another mental health upheaval towards the end of last year. So it has kind of thrown things for me. But things hopefully seem to be getting back to a routine now. So yeah. And I've done loads of reviews, so many reviews. I did Across the Spider-Verse, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, Barbie. I started having my partners, because, both of my wives, I started having on guest episodes. So, our 50th episode, we sat down and we discussed Red Dwarf all together, because it's, an old BBC series that we all love. So we sat down and we discussed Red Dwarf. I'm trying to get this blue out of my eyes. I don't think it's working. There you go. How about that? No. But yes. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. And now I'm at the point where I've now done over 75 episodes. I've hit 77 episodes if I count like all the news, all the reviews, everything. And I've got my 100th episode planned and in the pipeline already. So here's to more.